All right, so the Cowboys front office and Dak Prescott have a mutual understanding of the no decision of extension of Dak Prescott contract. What do that means? Well, I'm going to tell you guys right now, and there's no pressurized moment, meaning that I think that Dak Prescott mindset is, okay, let's just play this out. I'm going to bet on myself once again, and you guys going to bet against, and we're going to see how all of this unfolds. Now, granted, Ian Rappaport reported this, and whatever bit of information is given to him, he's going to say it for the national attention. But I look at what Nick Harris had to say. He literally said, per the team, Dak Prescott and Cowboys have had an extension discussion, but it's not a pressurized situation for either at this point. The door remains open for a deal to get done this offseason. So that is, quote unquote, from Nick Harris on his overall thoughts and concepts of what the Joneses may be talking about within the confines of this conversation. All I can say is, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the Joneses want. Ultimately, this is their team, and they got the all-in philosophy. Keep in mind, let's marry the head coach up with the quarterback and the defensive coordinator. All three of those guys got 1 year situation. James Slater said months ago, I guess you can look at it in this way now that the time is escaping us, or when you listen to what she said, that they may not get a deal done until August. Now, the free agency, the premium stuff dried up. All of that stuff is gone. So the Cowboys ultimately, front office looking at it like they didn't care about freeing up cap space. They didn't care about trying to find that one or two guy to make an explosion, move in the premium size of it as far as the free agency. They look at it just the way they looked at it. They didn't want to touch Trayvon Diggs' contract. They didn't want to touch Terrence Steele contract. So with all of that being said, the Cowboys are looking into this season, heading into the 2024 season with the mindset that they can do more with less. And when we comb through and look through everything, meaning that they are willing to run back what they did last season, and let's do it again and lean on the draft picks. They are looking at it from an organic way of saying that maybe Sam Williams should got more touches. He was a homegrown guy. Hey, he couldn't get touches if you had a Fowler, and if you had a what's his other guy's name? Oh, Dorrance Armstrong. So you had Fowler and Armstrong in front of him. So all of those things you got to quantify. So I look at it like, man, the Cowboys, hey, they made their bed with this, and there's nothing wrong when we look at everything collectively. My only thing is, if you saying that you want to win more with less, and you couldn't win more with more last season, then we're going to have to play this out. We're going to have to wait and see what this draft thing is going to look like and how they orchestrate that part of it. We're going to have to wait and see what they do on the back end of the free agency, and all of this could be at a moot point. We can be sitting back here talking about nothing. But one thing we do know for sure is Dak Prescott is not in the conversation of being extended right now. Not until August. So, as they say, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, that's been the Cowboys' philosophy and way as it pertains the free agency on the front end of the free agency period. And on top of that, if they looked at it and said to themselves they don't want to pay Dak Prescott due to the fact that they ultimately just don't agree with terms of the way he's looking for. I don't know what he's looking for. We don't know whether it's 60 million, 55 million, 45 million. We don't know. As a Cowboy fan, we just got to sit back and ride this roller coaster wave. You're going left, you go right. We don't know. All we can do is sit back and wait. My thing is, if Dak Prescott goes into this season I want to ask you guys, if he goes into this season, for what it is, do you think that Dak Prescott will play at the same level that he played at last year or better? Or do you foresee Dak Prescott playing worse? And when all of that comes to its end, what do you do at this point? You allow him to test the free market in 2025. What you expecting? So, in closing, you're expecting Super Bowl or bust. Because for sure, if Dak Prescott makes a deep run at the playoff and still lose, you will have to pay the piper, right? And for sure, even if he goes to the Super Bowl and lose, you still have to pay unbelievable money. The only way, the way the Jones family is setting this up, is Super Bowl or bust. On top of that, more with less. And we'll figure out what this draft situation is looking like. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's get it. DC for life, not for sure. Let's go.